Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Sophie and I would love it if you hit that big red subscribe button down below. Now for this video I'm going to be talking about all of the reasons why I love Spanish and why I think you should learn Spanish and hopefully persuade some of you to learn Spanish if you were having any doubts about learning Spanish or just hadn't even considered it at all, but I'm assuming you have if you clicked on this video. Anyway, so I've already made this video for German and French. I decided to leave Spanish to last because I feel like Spanish is a more popular language than German and French, and especially a lot more popular than German, but I still wanted to make it because, well, otherwise it looks like I'm favouritising German and French, but I don't actually have a favourite language at all, and I do love Spanish and I want to share with you all the reasons why I love this language. So yeah, keep on watching if you want to know why I love Spanish. Okay, so I thought I'd get the really obvious reason as to why I love Spanish and why you should learn Spanish out of the way first, and that is that, well, Spanish is spoken in so many places. You know, it's not just spoken in Spain, as you probably already know, and it's spoken in many Latin American countries. Not to get confused, it is not spoken in them all. Obviously, most people know that Portuguese is spoken in Brazil, but there are also a few other smaller countries in South America that people often forget about where they don't speak Spanish, and they don't speak Portuguese either. But yeah, the majority of, you know, Latin America speaks Spanish, and so all of these places, all of these countries where Spanish is spoken are so beautiful, and many of them are, you know, popular tourist travel destinations, and you know, if you can speak Spanish you can get around, get by in those places. And you know, yes, often in the tourist industry you will come across people that speak English, but there are many places where, you know, if you're going to be traveling by yourself at least, then it is handy to have Spanish. And when I was in Peru, I found being able to speak Spanish very helpful. As a solo female traveller, it made me feel a lot more safer. You know, I don't even think I got data on my phone because I was an idiot and didn't take out a Peruvian SIM card. So I was asking people for directions all the time, and if I didn't speak Spanish, I would have got lost. Would have happened. So yeah, that was the obvious one that I wanted to get out of the way. But yeah, a great reason to learn Spanish, and another reason why I love it, because, you know, if you learn another language, you want to be able to speak it with people, and look at all these places where you can go speak Spanish. Y número dos es que Spanish sounds sexy. I don't know, I think Spanish sounds sexy anyway. French may be the language of love, but in my opinion, Spanish sounds sexier. Not that I'm saying that French doesn't sound nice, because if you watch my other video on why I love French, you will know that I think French sounds beautiful, and that's why I think, you know, maybe it's got its name, the language of love. But Spanish sounds sexy. Just Spanish sounds sexy. It feels weird to saying that. To me, it does. Spanish is a nice language. It is a hot language. Can I call a language hot? It is a hot language, and I like being able to speak it because, you know, obviously I like hearing it. I think it sounds nice when I hear it, and I like that I can speak it. No, I can't speak it fluently, but I like that I can speak it, and I'm assuming I sound nicer when I speak Spanish than when I speak English. I was about to say sexier, but it feels weird talking about that on YouTube. And the third reason that I love Spanish is because it makes it a lot easier to learn many other languages. Obviously, just being able to speak one language other than your mother tongue in general makes it easier to learn another language, because you already have a better understanding of just grammar and what a good language learning routine is and stuff. But I mean, like, obviously there are a lot of languages which are quite similar to Spanish. You know, Spanish is a Latin language, and there are many other Latin languages, and many other Latin languages are, you know, quite nice and popular as well. Like, I feel like French is a fairly popular language, and, you know, being able to speak Spanish makes it easier for me to learn French, because I started learning Spanish before I started learning French, and I feel like it definitely did make it a lot easier, because although the grammar in French is different to Spanish, there are a lot of things that are similar about the grammar, like the subjunctive, for example. I feel like although there are some differences between the subjunctive in French and Spanish, obviously I feel like it is quite easier, and there are lots of words that are similar, and it makes it easier. You know, it makes it easier to learn Italian if you want to learn Italian, or to learn Portuguese. Also, there's like some crossover with words from Arabic and Spanish, so I'm not sure if it would make it slightly easier to learn Arabic, although obviously Arabic's not a Latin language, and Spanish is, so obviously there's still going to be quite a few, well, many differences between Arabic and Spanish. I mean, it's got a completely different alphabet, so it probably wouldn't help you out that much, but it might help you out slightly. I don't know. And vice versa, if you speak a language that is similar to Spanish already, it will make learning Spanish easier to some extent, because obviously it's not going to make it super easy, but it should make it easier because a lot of the words are similar and stuff. But then you've got to remember to spell it the Spanish way when writing it, and not the French way or the Portuguese way or whatever, because some of the words literally look the same, but the spelling is just like slightly different, and obviously the pronunciation is slightly different. I think although Spanish helped, being able to speak Spanish helped me to learn French, it took me a while to get out of the habit of trying to pronounce all these French words like they were Spanish. Whenever I was reading them when I first started learning French, I was trying to pronounce everything like it was Spanish, especially words like difficile, difficile. Oh no, I'm still pronouncing them the same. Facile, 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 facile. I don't know. Yeah, still pronouncing French words like they're Spanish, clearly. And number 4 is that there are so many beautiful words in Spanish. An example would be la mariposa. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly because my Spanish is not the best, but yeah, una mariposa is a butterfly. La luna, miel, honey. Just love that. El miel. I think it's el miel. I'm assuming it's masculino, but I don't know. Estrella. Thinking of that one because of la cerveza. Estrella. Of course. I'd be thinking of beer. Of course I had to mention Estrella, knowing that there's a beer, una cerveza, que se llama Estrella. I'm not pronouncing Estrella properly, am I? I feel like I still struggle with the double L's in Spanish, and I shouldn't struggle with the pronunciation of those by now, but I do. But yeah, la estrella, una estrella, una estrella, 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 a star, whatever, it's easier. So the 5th reason why I love Spanish may sound a little bit confusing, but bear with me, I will explain. And it isn't because of the Spanish language, it's because of Spanish, and I'm not sure if I should say Hispanic culture or Latin American culture. I don't know, correct me in the comment section down below. I'm quite confused about what's the best way to describe it, because I feel like Hispanic kind of looks back at those like colonial times when, you know, parts of Latin America where people speak Spanish, where Spanish is spoken, were obviously ruled by the Spaniards, whereas obviously now, you know, they're not. But obviously Latin America obviously includes places where Spanish isn't spoken. So I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm sure you know what I mean and what I'm trying to say. But yeah, basically the reason it is the culture, I like the language because of the culture, is because, well, I am an honest believer. Honest believer? Is that a good way to describe? I honestly believe that you can't learn a language without learning a little bit of the culture as well. And obviously Spanish being spoken in so many incredible places, you know, there's all these incredible culture to learn about, you know, learn about Spanish culture, learn about Peruvian culture, learn about Colombian culture, learn about Mexican culture, learn about, I don't know, Puerto Rican culture. Like, there's so many places where Spanish is spoken, and obviously they're all gonna have, you know, their own culture, and, you know, I don't know, I just like learning about different cultures. I feel like if you're a lover of languages, you probably like learning about different cultures as well, and you probably like travel. I don't know, I feel like most people do. Maybe I'm just guessing, I guess it depends on your reason for liking languages, but I feel like culture and languages go alongside each other quite nicely, and if you're interested in other cultures, you probably like travelling. So I don't know. I am like rambling on for each of these points, aren't I, really? Oh my god. Right, let's just hurry up. I'll get on with the final point, don't you worry. And the final point, the final reason why I love Spanish is, you know, a bit of a stupid one, but you know, you can impress people with your Spanish, and that's great. That's a great reason to speak Spanish, you know. If you go to Spain and speak Spanish, people will be impressed. I mean, when I went to Mallorca last year, people were impressed, but then I guess Mallorca's like very touristy area that gets a lot of British tourists that don't speak Spanish, and suddenly the waiter was trying to serve this table of like with this British family, and one of the members of the British family starts trying to order food in Spanish. I guess that would possibly be a bit surprising. And then he made me order my mum's food and my dad's food and my brother's food in Spanish as well, despite the fact that he could speak perfectly good English, because he wanted me to practice. So he was a good waiter. I would go back to that restaurant if I was in Mallorca. In fact, we did go back to that restaurant because of the staff, and the food was good. Rambling on, but you will impress people with your Spanish, and you know, just being able to speak any language impresses people, especially employers. I mean, any language other than your own, of course. Yeah, just to make that clear, just to clarify that a little bit, because sometimes I feel like I'm not the clearest of people. My explanations aren't always the best. I don't know, clearly it's been a long day because I'm struggling to talk to this camera. I'm struggling to talk to you all, clearly, which means, yeah, I need to finish this video here, basically. That's what it means. So yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the big red subscribe button down below to see more videos from me. Yeah, comment down below why you love Spanish, if you love Spanish. You know, I would say comment down below if you don't like Spanish, but I kind of want the comments to be positive, but then I guess you're all entitled to your own opinion, so I can't tell you not to, so I guess you can, as long as you comment why and give a fair reason. I will read your reason and listen. I will disagree with you, but I will listen. I'm somewhat open-minded, I guess. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and all that lovely stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!